What's good? It's your girl now. I'm sitting in my sunbed, so if it look a little plain, I'm sitting in his area. But I'm coming to y'all, as you can see by the title. We talking about this celibacy journey and how this ain't easy. It's not easy, and I know it's a lot of other women that are going. If you hear some sounds in the background, my son is. Let me see if I can close the door because he's on his tutoring session. Y'all know I got my favorite robe. My favorite robe of all time. I got this robe with me everywhere. But yes, it's not easy. And I am realizing now, like, you don't know what you don't know. But I know, as I was stating, like, it's other women and even some men that are taking this journey and realizing different things and noticing different things. And what I can say is, you don't know what you don't know. I've done a few videos on my celibacy journey. I normally give an update. My milestones is every year. Every year. So I'll post a video when I hit another year. And baby, I'm struggling. Like I literally, like, these next couple of days, I'm gonna have to ask God for strength because I am struggling, and I hate that for me because, like, I'm normally, like, good. Like, I got it. Like, I got it under control. Like, I'm good. Like, ain't nothing. But then it's like, again, you don't know what you don't know. And you feel like you have the strength and the wherewithal to endure certain things and to be in certain areas. Yes, Boogie. My bad, y'all. My son needed my help. But as I was stating, like, normally I got it under control. Like, I'm good and I'm not really tempted by much. Like, I'm real determined and motivated and obedient to what I feel like God has told me, which was to be celibate until I'm married. This last month, baby, it's beating me up. Like, I feel like I'm fighting for my life. Like, and I think it's because, like, when you're dating people or you're in a season of discovery or just things that have been dormant for a long time. So just a short little glimpse. I've been single for almost 7 years. Celibate almost 4. So it's like for 4 years, things have been, for almost 4 years, I have not, like, been with, like, like, nobody, nothing, no dating, really nothing. So now that I'm starting to date, it's like, I didn't realize that when you like somebody or when you find somebody attractive, it, like, you have to then set a different boundary. Like, I can easily say, like, oh, I'm not doing nothing until I get married. Like, yeah, I can say that. I can say that when I'm not feeling nobody. I can say that when I'm not dating nobody. I can say that when I don't have nothing going on. But it's like, when it's in your face and you have the option to either do this or do that, like, what are you choosing? And then it's like, now you have to set boundaries with people not coming over your house, or you're not going over to people's house. Now everything we do has to be like in a public place because us being together is just too much. Or, like, kissing can also be a trigger. Like, you have to find what your triggers are. And I'm constantly doing videos like this because as I'm learning things and as I'm realizing things and as I go through different things, if I can give a little insight on my experience to help somebody else, I'm going to always do that. But as I'm realizing things, like, you have to set boundaries, and you don't know what you don't know. So for me now, I'm having to set new boundaries. Okay, yes, I'm dating. Yes, I'm doing this, but okay, now I like him. So let me see what else I need to do to prevent any of that. You know what I mean? So now I'm having to really say, okay, we can't do this, we can't do that. Like, you can't come over my house after a certain time. Like, no, we can't really be by ourselves after a certain time. And it's like having to stick to those boundaries. You can't really waver and feel like, oh, well, yeah, he can come over and we can chill, because you give somebody an inch, they're gonna take them out. And then it's also important that whoever you're in the relationship with or you're dating, if they're not celibate or they're not practicing celibacy or this is something new for them, you kind of got to lead by example. So if you're wearing things that showing your skin and you in a house twerking, or you in some boy shorts and a crop top, and this man is watching you like, oh, okay, or you let him hug you from the back one time and he's able to, have those sweatpants on and he hugging you from the back and he like, oh, she ain't say move. All right, now he give you a hug and he just squeeze your butt a little bit. Oh, she ain't say stop. Like, okay, let me see how far I can take this. You get what I'm saying? You give them an inch, they're gonna take them out. That's what anybody like. If you give me an inch, I'm taking them out. Just period. And especially if y'all both find each other attractive, it's harder for you to set boundaries when y'all in the house at 9 p.m. and it's dark outside and y'all watching a Netflix show and y'all hugged up on the blanket. Because now it's just my foot that's on you. Then now my leg on you. And now your hand on my thigh. And now your head on my chest. And now, you know what I'm saying? It just can escalate. So I'm realizing that each stage and each phase that you get through, each year you go through something, or each new experience you have to set a different boundary. And it has to be what that boundary looks like for you. Somebody may be comfortable having their spouse or the person that they're dating over at their house and nothing completely happened. Somebody may be okay with kissing and nothing happened, or sleeping in the same bed and nothing happened. Or I've even heard some stories of people that were celibate where they did take showers together. They did see their spouse or their partner naked and nothing happened. For me, baby, I don't want to see you naked. We can't take no shower. Now you cannot come to my house after 9 p.m. We cannot sleep in the same bed. Kissing is a no. Like, it's just the most we can do is hold hands. And I don't want to put myself in a situation for anything, for the possibility of anything to happen. So I'm just realizing that now my boundaries look different. And if you're not okay with that, that's completely fine. And I always lead with this. This journey that I'm on is not for everybody. Because it's hard for me still. I'm still trying to figure out, I have a good little run. But at the same time, I'm human. So, and I'm a woman. So every month we go through things where your hormones are all over the place. Things get heightened and things drop and go low. And it's just a lot that go on with the female's body. Whereas we crave the same things men crave. But for me, I have to then remind myself, are you doing this for you, or are you being obedient to what God's called you to do? And for me, like, I would feel like I don't even think repenting would even soothe the level of discomfort and disappointment that I would have had I done that. Like, had I did something, like, I don't think that repentance would even soothe or make me feel better. I would feel horrible. I would feel like God would just be disappointed in me. He would just be so hurt that this one thing that you asked me to do, this one thing, I couldn't even do that. I would be so hurt. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I wasn't ever on the edge. Like, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying I wasn't ever on the edge, but nothing never happened. But now I'm knowing from that time, like, okay, don't do this, don't do that. You can't do that. Y'all can't do that. You get what I'm saying? So make sure you guys are paying attention to what your boundaries are and stick to your boundaries. The biggest thing is your boundaries. If you let them cross that line, if you draw a line in the sand and you let them, and you continuously allow them to cross that line, again, anybody you give them an inch, they're going to take a mile. So you have to be stern on your boundaries. And I'm speaking to myself because I know sometimes I'll say something, but when you like somebody, it's like you get around them and you forget. I got to get all his pillows. You get around them and you forget that you said what you said. Because you see them and they looking good. They 6'4", they chocolate and tall, muscles, body is given, and you like, huh? No, I just want to be around you. Like, you forget what you said. You get what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta stand firm on your boundaries and know that you cannot waver, because if you do, some men look at that as a challenge. Like, oh, she let me do that this time. Next time I go around her, we're gonna see how far we can go. Oh, she let me do that that time. All right, so next time I go around her, we're gonna turn it up. Oh, she let me get not in her bedroom, but she let me get to the hallway. All right, cool. So I know what to do next time. You get what I'm saying? So you have to be willing to really be open to possibly losing people. That's a real thing. Like, I've lost or stopped dating people because of that reason. Like, I'm like, I can't do this, and this. And they're like, oh, okay, Naria. Bye. And I'm like, okay, bye. I'm not about to alter or try to waver or soothe you or appease you when I know that's not something that I really want. And for me, it's bigger than just sex for me. Like, it's not just sex for me. So for me, I'm emotionally invested, I'm mentally invested, of course, physically invested, spiritually invested. So it's not just sex for me. So I don't want to ever put myself in a situation where I'm attaching myself to somebody that I'm not supposed to be attached to. Like, and growing up when you a teenager or a young adult and you sleep with people, like, you're ultimately attaching yourself to these people. And I don't want to be attached to nobody. I had to do a work to break them soul ties, baby. And I'm not creating another one unless it's the man God has for me. That's all I got. Like, if it's not the man that God has for me, I'm okay waiting. And again, I'm only about to be 4 years in. I tell y'all this all the time. I don't want it to be my testimony with me coming back up here like, yeah, your girl, 10 years in, woo. Like, I don't want that for me. I don't. But at the same time, I understand if that's the amount of time that God has for me to be in the season, I gotta obey because he knows what's best for me. So I'm gonna have to stick it out. Yeah, I might not be happy all the time, but I understand it. And like any child, you tell them something that they don't want to hear. Of course, they're not gonna be happy in the moment, but looking back in hindsight, they will definitely understand. So make sure you're sticking to your boundaries. Make sure you're not wavering. Make sure that in each new phase, each new season, if you haven't dated for a while and you're getting back out there dating while you're celibate, please baby steps. Because if you just jump back out there, that water gonna be hot. It's gonna be hot. It's definitely gonna be hot. So make sure you're doing all the things that you can to put yourself in a position to succeed and to be successful in your journey. Because I'm gonna be doing that work for myself. Like, I had to create a whole bunch of new boundaries that I didn't even know I needed until, baby, that man is fine, okay? But I'm having to create boundaries that I didn't even know I needed. So I just want to come up here and share that experience with you guys because I know it's some women, like, we go through things. We're women. Like, we have desires and needs and wants just like men do, if not more, like equally the same. So peace and love, y'all. And remember, if nobody told you, what I'm going to say? What I'm going to say? You all appreciate it. Peace and love, y'all.